And what else do you have? You have the coldness. If you could somehow turn off the heat and the cold, sorry, if you could and see in the cold, turn off the heat and turn off the light so that you could see in the coldness of space without the heat and the light somehow, which you would need like a bat, like a bat sends out sound or whatever to catch bugs. But they and ants and stuff have antennae because they live underground, but they come up in the daylight. They come up, and then there's ants. They really don't come out at night. And if it's too hot, they don't come out in the sunlight. If it's too hot, they stay underground. They only come out when it's survivable, because the heat is too hot for them to survive. So obviously they wouldn't be able to come out then, So they stay underground. So that's why they were created with antennae, but they have eyes. And they live in the coolness of existence. Just like bats live in the dark. And it's cold at dark. When it's dark, it gets cooler. So you have a coolness. And then but you still have a little bit of infrared, because there's always some kind of light. You might have the moonlight, or you might have some light somewhere eventually. So there's always the two playing, the coolness and the heat playing its part of how things are created and can see and live and exist on planet Earth. So then if you could somehow figure that out with your satellites and telescopes or whatever, because all you have is a magnifying. That's basically what they use. They use magnifying, and they use however they can see what they figured out so far. Different ways of seeing with the camera of life and stuff, what they've already experimented probably with all of that stuff. But yet they're still not understanding that it all works together also. And then you have movement, which is out there, which then that's why you have the bat that sends out what it sends out, because the fly is flying around and it has to get the fly to eat it. So then that's why it has that. It's all working together to see, to live and survive in existence here, as it was created of cold and heat. But there's always both somehow, And then obviously you have underwater, and the things that live underwater and how they see underwater, And then you have the coolness, and you have the heat, you have the dark, and you have the light, of both. Cold is dark, heat is light. All right. So you have both of those, and then you have movement, and then you have sound, and all of these things work together for you to be able to see in creation of life. So maybe there's some things you haven't figured out yet. Maybe that you could. I don't know. I'm just making this video. But goodbye.